February 5th, and I am back at my little table, and I am about to do a job interview. And I went above and beyond to make sure I look okay. I'm putting a lot of energy. I've been studying because this is my first federal job interview since 2024. Remind you, I just left the federal workforce December 2025. This is also my third overseas interview. The first one I went to Germany. The second one was for Japan, and I already knew in the interview they weren't going to select me. I had a lot of anxiety about going overseas at the time because of my past experiences, and I could tell that they didn't like me. I just knew off the bat, and I didn't even care. But this one, I have to care because I need a job. I need a job. And this is with the Navy. It's in Italy. So I've been studying. I don't even know how I got selected, but the process has been going a lot faster. If you know anything about federal jobs, it takes a long time to even go through the application process. So my timeline has been within 30 days. From the time it's closed until today, it's been 30 days from me applying for the job, doing the assessment, getting referred to the hiring manager reading my resume, and then getting asked to conduct an interview. And then today I am doing the interview. It's been 30 days. So based off that timeline, I think they will make a decision within the next 2 weeks. I'm giving it up to God. God, if it's for me, then it's for me. If it's not, then, I go to the next thing. But I do need a job. This will put me back into a good financial situation. I can pay a lot of things down. I can prepare my kid much faster for her teenagehood and adulthood. And this job is not necessarily my forte. I have the education in it, but I have not used any of my education. But I think they specifically picked my resume because one specific program in the job advertisement I specialize in. So maybe they're really in desperate need of someone with this knowledge, and I have the knowledge. I've made a cheat sheet, child, my brain. I've been studying, but Lord have mercy, my brain is gone. And the crazy thing is this position is 2 grades below me. So in the federal government, if you apply for a GS, general schedule job, they go by numeric ranks from 0 to 15. And I've been a 13 before. This job is 2 grades below. So I shouldn't be too nervous because I worked in a lot of high demand positions, and no one's ever questioned my capabilities of doing my job. So right now I'm really, because it's been such a hard transition and really smack dab in your face that the work environment right now is really bad, I feel a little insecure. But I'm trying to tell myself, girl, you a doctor. Okay? You can do it. You can talk it. You can walk it. You've been that girl. You will always be that girl. Okay? So, and I think I'm also nervous because this is an interview where I've never had so many people invited to the dang on interview. It's like 5 people on this interview. I'm like, Lord have mercy. But yeah, I got 10 minutes. I'm not even going to record the interview because I need to maybe at the end I'll try to hit the record button. But I need to ace this. So hopefully they liked my resume. Hopefully they appreciate my education. Hopefully they appreciated my experience. I already have a security clearance. And hopefully someone who's not already over there or a military spouse, hopefully they don't beat me today. Because work environment and job hunting is competitive right now. So it's Hunger Games, and I'm hungry. So I'm going to get my desktop together, get my screens together, run over my cheat sheet again, and treat this as this is an opportunity. If I don't score it, I give it up to God. But wish me luck. I should have recorded it because I actually did good. But I always do good with federal job interviews because that's my bread and butter. I didn't even need the camera on. But they are actually looking for someone with more of my skill set, which I now see why they picked my resume. I'm not sure if I will get the job because I'm not in the federal government and anymore, even though I just left. And they said that I would be considered an external hire, which would need a waiver because, there's a hiring freeze. But they did say that the position is funded. So either they're going to hire somebody within the Navy because it's just easier and it's not an extra step, because that's what the HR said. They said that it's just basically an extra step to hire someone from an external category. So I can see them probably hiring somebody in the Navy because they don't have to take the extra step and do the paperwork. But they did advertise the job for veterans, for military spouses, spouses that are already overseas. So, I mean, they advertised it like that, and I applied under the veteran preference. So we're just going to see. I think that I answered the questions well. They said that I had a lot of experience. They even called me by my title. They called me doctor. So yeah, I don't know. All I can say is I did do a good interview. I think that's probably been my best interview all year. All the interviews, I did do a good job, and I was nervous for no damn reason. So they said they would make a selection in the next few days. When the government says that, normally means the next few weeks. So I should probably hear something the week of February 16th. I give it up to God. But, this is the unemployed doctor interviewing for a federal job. I'll see y'all in the next video. Good morning or afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you're watching this. What's poppin'? Today is February 26th, and I am about to do a job interview. I applied for this job, and then within 24 hours, they reached out to me to schedule an interview. This is my first local county interview, and it's in my career field that I've been working in, the legal field, for over 9 years now. So they wanted me to come in person. I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't did an in-person interview since I was 17 years old. But they ended up saying, yeah, you can do it over the computer. I have to take every interview as a blessing. But a lot of these jobs aren't near my house. And this job is probably well over 40 miles away. So I'm just going to do the interview, do my best answering their questions. They did say this interview would be over an hour or more, which is probably the longest interview I've ever done. And I've done some interviews. And then I have another interview in the afternoon for a job in DC. I'm not really sure about that because they're having issues trying to confirm my top secret clearance. But I'm still going to reach out and ask them, do they still want to interview? So I still haven't found a job. I'm still doing the interviews. I still haven't heard back from the one job I really, really want. Today will be 4 weeks since I conducted the interview. It's been 2 weeks since they called my references. So I'm just going to do the interview. I ain't charged nothing, child. So I might not even record this interview. But I just want to document my experience as being the unemployed doctor, someone that left the federal service and lives in a rural area, and whose career field isn't heavily based in their local area. So this is Erica Untraveled. I'll see you in the next video.
We like to tell people a little bit about us and about the job, so that way what you're maybe signing up for if you agree, if we make you an offer, versus us just interviewing you and you not know anything about us. So we're the legal department, obviously, for the city of Columbia, and we represent the city. There's about 20 of us in our department. We have a wide range of things we do. So, of course, we do workers' comp, we do litigation, we have a prosecution division, we do a little bit of real estate for the city, as far as closings. Then, of course, we have the Freedom of Information Act, and then we have the city attorney who does things for city council, and we review contracts for the city and things like that. So as far as this position, it would be more of you guys dealing with citizens in the city of Columbia and their requests, and law firms and their requests. I think.
Is there a status quo for the individual processing for you. Some organizations have a page count where they produce a certain amount of pages per week or a certain amount of video footage per week, or other organizations may say that we are going to work on a certain amount of cases per week. Each analyst has to process X, Y, and Z. How do you filter or capture the workload, and what is the expectation of processing cases per week? I don't know, but the job interview was cool. I think I would get bored at that job. They did say whoever gets the job gets their own office, and I've been dying to have my own office. Okay, sorry. They say you get your own office. It's a local level, and she kind of made it clear that I'm not a beginner in the job. I just feel like I would get really bored in that job. It's no tenacity, nothing chaotic about it. It just seems pretty boring to me. And coming from the federal government, there's always something crazy every single day. It's like, what now? It's always something, and it keeps you on your toes. It keeps you mentally challenged and forces you to adapt and be flexible. So I think I did a good interview. I'm working on my interview skills, and they said that they will be selecting somebody very quickly in the next day or two. Okay. But the one job I want, please email me, baby. Email me. I really need that job. Come help me. I'm ready. Come help me. Please come get me. Come get me up the streets. But yeah, now I am going to do some stuff around my house and probably get some sleep. I haven't really been getting no sleep the last 2 days, and I have to get ready for another job interview for a job in Washington, D.C. I'm trying to stay out of Washington, D.C. I don't want to go up there. I don't believe that it's really worth the pay if you're not making well over six figures. Why go to D.C.? And the cost of living is already high in America anyway. So it's like, why would I go somewhere where the cost of living is high? I did have a recruiter call me yesterday. I thought she was very rude. And she asked me, was I still interested in the position? I said, yes. She says, do you know the job is in Washington, D.C.? I'm aware. She said, do you know that the job is on site in Washington, D.C.? I know. She says, what is your salary expectation? I say, what is the minimum and max? She said, we don't have one. And then I said, well, I'm asking for six figures, 100,000, based off my skill set and my education. She says, well, we can't pay no more than 68,000. Then you do have a max, lady. And you're wasting my time. Goodbye. All right, my camera's about to die. I'll see y'all a little bit later. Ciao. What's popping, YouTube? I don't have the microphone. I think it's dead. Like I'm cutting it on and it's not working. I don't charge anything, so I try to talk louder because I think in my last video, I feel like the sound was not loud on the video, even though I edited the video to escalate the sound. But anyways, today is February 27th. We're coming to an end of February, and I'm going to get ready to close out one of my vlogs of the journey of being the unemployed doctor. As you know, I left the federal government at the end of 2025 because I was exhausted from trying to keep my job, and my job was term anyway, so it was going to come to an end eventually. It was fairly soon, so I decided to invest in myself and focus on finishing my doctorate program, which I did in September of 2025. I given myself a break. I got sick at the end of the year, and then I was like, okay, I'm ready to kind of get back into the groove of applying for jobs, and that's what I've been doing. While I've been offered one position that is a contingent offer when the contract is actually awarded, which it hasn't been awarded, I still have to continue because I don't want to get so deep into my savings account where I'm solely relying on savings. And fortunately, I did diversify my income. So that's really kind of what's holding me on the first part of the year. But this introduction is really focused on, I was inspired by watching Ebro. If you don't know who Ebro is, he used to be part of Hot 97 in the morning, and he got a deal with Apple Music to have his own podcast. And I seen a clip of Jill Scott, Miss Jilly from Philly. I love Jill Scott, and in the clip, it attracted me to go watch the entire interview. And it inspired me to want to share some thoughts that I've had quite some time in just navigating my life. I'm going to be 35 years old this year. I've had an extreme journey in life, and just listening to Jill Scott and just talking to my family as well. I have a really loving family, and I put a lot on myself. I hold myself accountable for every single thing. I always take full accountability. And sometimes when you're going through life, you have to accept that the part that you played in, you have to take some consideration that you can only operate in a fashion of how much knowledge that you have. So if you're in a situation and you don't have the skill set to actually navigate through it, you're going to experience some constraints or some disparities. So I feel like a lot of the decisions I made between 29 and 31, I really lacked a true understanding of what direction I wanted to go in. The constant of being giving and wanting the best for everybody, wanting to, hey, I'm gonna teach you how to do this, I'm gonna put you on for that, da 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 da. That played a part in deteriorating myself, where I was left to have to really rebuild some things in my life internally and externally. But in the Jill Scott video, please go watch her interview with Ebro on his podcast with Apple Music, is on YouTube. She talks about some of the issues she had growing up as a child, how, men disrespected her, how she said that she just didn't marry a good person, and making decisions in her career. And the one thing that stood out to me was she said that I can't go backwards. I can't go backwards. And a lot of times we get so stuck into the, well, what if, and I should have, shoulda, coulda, woulda. And I do that a lot too. I do a lot of reflecting. And the older I get, I have to realize, my aunt always has a saying that I have more time before me than in front of me. And I can't continue to dwell on, well, if I had did this, or I knew better. I can't focus on that. All I can do is continue to move and keep my faith and keep going. So in this journey of unemployment, this season of unemployment, I try to be positive, because this is the first time since being a mother that I've had the opportunity to be a mother, solely a mother. I am a housewife and also the head of household. And there's women out here that could never be able to work, to not work and still create a fascinating lifestyle for their child. So I did something right the last 12 years with my kid, preparing myself for emergencies. And I just want to give myself grace and know that I've been through some shit, honey. I've been through some shit. I've been unemployed, and God made sure I was taken care of. I didn't think I would make it through school for 9 years. And let me tell you, that's a whole nother story for another day. But that testimony of getting through school and going through the nonsense with everybody around me, I still survived. Being a mother, I went through so much as a mother, having a child that was born sick and watching my daughter growing and becoming a woman now. And we are doing great. And I just wanted to say that you may have a low moment right now. You may be looking for a job. You may not be doing good in school. You might be having some relationship problems. The economy, what's going on in the world, may be dampering your mental health. Is for the moment. And what keeps me going, or try to keep me going, is if I never live for tomorrow and the next day and the next day, I would never know how my ending is. So I'm just trying to keep positive. And I'm going to close out this vlog tomorrow. This is the introduction video. There is a job fair in one of the cities near me for teaching, and they are not asking for a teaching certificate. They're just asking for a bachelor's or whatever. So baby, even if I don't get accepted for a teaching position there, I'm really going there to network. So there is a teaching work group or conference or whatever, where they're actually it's like a hiring thing. And I'm going to go there and network and talk to some educators and say, how can I expand in my career? How can I become an educator? I would love to teach a college class. I would love to teach, because one thing about me is I'm always educating. I'm always trying to teach somebody. I'm always trying to propel somebody. But I've always wanted to help the youth, because it's no hope for some grown people. It's no hope for some grown people. But anyways, I hope y'all had a fabulous Black History Month, a fabulous February. If you're looking for a job, you're going to get it. If you're struggling, you're going to make it. If you're losing your faith, look up. God will never leave you. He will never deprive you with anything. And I'll see y'all in the next video.